What up, Fifth Family? Welcome to another episode of Cooking with the Coaches. Today's special guest is going to be myself. So typically on these episodes, we show you a great meal that we like to make that's great low carb that you guys can make at home. So I'm going to be asked, this episode is going to be a little different than what we normally do. That being because if I made a really low carb thing and then told you something I make all the time, I'd be lying. And I think you know that I'd be lying too. So it's going to be different, but it will completely apply to everything you guys are doing now, and it might be helpful in a way you do even now. So with today's episode, I'm going to talk about is meal prep. So what I do at the beginning of the week, what I do on Sundays, is I make food to have for lunch and parts of breakfast too for the entire week. That way, because I know a lot of you talk about like one of the hard parts is at work, getting a good lunch, especially a healthy one. That's why a lot of you did Origins. Great meal thing. Or sometimes for supper when you get home late, you're tired, or maybe for breakfast, you don't have time to do it before. Meal prep's an awesome thing because you make all this food at the beginning of the week, and then all you have to do is reheat it as long as you're okay with that. You just reheat it, and it's ready to go. So for example, what I just made, two buckets of chicken. It's about 3 huge chicken breasts that I bought at Fresh Thyme. It's awesome. You can season whatever you want. I do basic, and then depending on the day, I'll add some sauces to it. Give it some flavor so it's not just bleh, obviously. Alright, then I got my rice. I make about 2 cups of it dry, and then that's something I can just kind of dish out every day. Maybe have it for breakfast, pretty much for lunch every single day. And then I got some of my veggies that I've made. The thing can add to it, and then I can always add more. You can add cold carrots, cut up some peppers to add to it. And the great part is, so we got all these in their separate tubs. All I have to do is I wake up in the morning, maybe for breakfast, if I don't want to make some eggs or something, I just put it in a dish, heat it up, boom, it's ready to go. Can also lunch pretty much every single day. This is what I'm having for lunch. Maybe a slight different variance in the chicken, but it's great. So it's healthy, it's done, you don't have to worry about it later on. And it's just a great option, and it's done. You don't have to worry about cooking anymore. I mean, you do it one day, spend an hour or two cooking everything, then you're done. So, peace out. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys use this at some point.